Hi everyone, this is Charlene Bauer, and we are live at 5 on a Tuesday for Trail Ready Tuesdays. It's 2026. It's super exciting, and I'm so happy that you are here. Welcome to Ladies Off Road Network. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Ladies Off Road Network Facebook, Bauer Media Facebook, and Bauer Media YouTube. So if you're catching the replay, awesome. Appreciate it. If you're catching us live, make sure that you are chatting in the comments because we can see them right here. You can chat either in YouTube or Facebook and everybody can see it. So I want to go over the new words that we're hearing. So some of the new words that we're hearing are trail ready. Like, what does that mean? What is going on here, Charlene? So trail ready is not necessarily about how you built your vehicle or how many accessories you've added or how amazing those big tires look that you put on. It's not necessarily about knowing everything. What trail ready is that commitment to learn, the opportunity to be a part, and to be prepared to try, right? So it's maybe a little bit more of a perspective than it is like a hard, tangible item. So as we start talking about all of the opportunities that are coming up, that's what we're working towards. I want to read this to you. So trail ready means you, your vehicle, and your mindset are prepared to enter the trail with confidence, with responsibility, and the ability to solve problems safely and independently. Pretty awesome thought process, right? Some of that could mean like your vehicle has been maintained and expected. You understand what your vehicle is capable of or what it's not capable of. That you carry the basic tools and that you kind of know how to use them. Like at least you understand how they work. You can read the environment, make informed decisions. You can have a plan for communication and navigation and recovery if something was to happen. You respect the land and the trail and the people around you, all those tread lightly principles that we talk about all the time. And you're mentally prepared to stay calm, patient, and adaptable when things change. Not always our top thing on our list, right? But it's something that we all strive for, and also aware of that wilderness first aid. So it's not about being fearless. That's not what trail ready is. It's about being capable. It's about being out there and being available. It's not about not needing help or not having help, but it's about knowing what to do first. And then, okay, from there, now this is where I need to go. So it's as you think about the series and the camps and the workshops and the Tuesdays, we're helping you build on all of those elements. Like that's the goal. That's the exciting part. So here's some trail ready perspectives to consider. Capability over appearance, right? Like it's very easy just to like go shopping. We're all guilty of it. But let's also work on the capabilities that we're having, the real skills over maybe some flashy builds. Calm is a skill. Calm is a skill. Being able to be in that patient, that clear thinking, that steady decision making, to be able to be super successful out there. Knowledge is power. I love knowledge is power. Like that's something that I live by on a daily. You deserve to know the truth about how to do all of this stuff. And it's sometimes challenging to find good off-road education that's out there. Positive community prevails. That is absolutely what Ladies Off-Road Network is. It's so amazing. It's such a great community. And I'm so proud of everybody that is part of our mighty network and our app and every daily moment that comes in here. And I see everybody saying hello that's live with us. Make sure that you're saying live and saying hi. I love it. And then responsibility matters, right? So that integrity of being on the trail, caring for those public lands, leaving those trails better than how we found them. With growth is always the goal. Every single thing we do, every single time we get together, that's the goal. Where are you at today? How can I help you be stronger? How can we help you be more successful? How can you be smarter in some interesting area of off-roading that maybe you weren't before? I always tell people like your goal when you're with me is to steal everything out of my brain. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to go find it and then we're going to work together at it. So as we come into the upcoming opportunities, because man, do we have a long list to go through tonight. I want you to think about this. Like, where can you continue to grow? How can I help you with that? I can work with the person. If you're just putting your vehicle into four-wheel drive the very first time, that's exciting. We want you part of our circle. We want you out on the trail with us. If you are a buggy girl and you want to go shoot waterfalls, I got you. I can help you get better at that too. So, depending anywhere where you're at on that spectrum, let's find a place for you and help you get trail ready. So, tonight, the part that I wanted to jump into is maintenance. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, just a quick little lesson. 80% of failures out there on the trail happen because of pre-existing issues. Yeah, I mean, it's reality. It's a reality. That's just how it goes. Every single trail loosens something up. You're rattling the heck out of that vehicle. Every water crossing contaminates something. We all know how much I love water and mud. Every crawl heats something up, like when we're going really tight and slow and we got all of our four-wheel drive and our lockers and everything engaged. Every rock we hit tweaks something. Yeah, weakens it. And oh my gosh, I could just break it. Anyways, so we have to pull in maintenance. Maintenance is a little bit of a different scenario than just your normal car. Like we have our normal car that's out there and we have the manual and it tells us what to do and we take it to the dealer and all is good in the hood and they go by what the book says and they have you put on different things. But when we take our vehicles off road, we take it to the next level. We start doing different things. So maintenance isn't about being picky. It's really about keeping your rig alive while you're out there on the trails. So here are just five. I picked five because otherwise we could be on here forever. 5 maintenance items that I really want you guys to think about, really want you to consider, really want you to understand that's going on. And we have a long list of other maintenance items as well. All right. So, air filter change more often because we're in the dirt. So, you have air plus fuel equals kaboom. That's how your engine runs. Now, that is completely minimized, right? So, you have a certain amount of air plus a certain amount of fuel that equals combustion. That gives you engine, that makes your engine run, that gets us to go faster. If your air filter is clogged, we don't have the proper amount of air. So air is less than your fuel, and we don't have what we can have, right? So we need to make sure that we're paying attention to that air filter. If you are out in the dirt quite often, if you follow people versus at the head of the pack, you're going to have a more clogged air filter than you would if you were just naturally driving around on the asphalt. Fair enough? So think about how that air filter needs to be changed more often in the pattern of off-roading that you do. The other piece to that is, for my example, I go down to Baja for a week. We're down there. It's super dusty. It's definitely going to get clogged with dust. I'm willing to take an air filter with me and about halfway through, switch it out and put a new air filter in. So again, depending on how often that you use your air filter in your vehicle in the dirt, you should consider changing that air filter out more often than the book says. The second one I'm going to say is tire rotation. We talk about those tires all the time, right? Sexy tires. You need to rotate them more often than you would if you had street tires. So if you upgraded to an all-terrain tire, a mud-terrain tire, it's a softer compound. That softer compound, as you do drive it on the road, is going to wear a lot faster. It ends up starting to cup. They end up starting to make noises, etc. So I say every oil change, get into a habit, and you go into a tire rotation. Now, with our off-road vehicles, you want to go into a 5-tire rotation. You want to make sure that you're taking that 5th tire and you're swapping it in with the other 4 so that we can rotate them and make sure that we're wearing down that spare tire. The likelihood of us off-roaders using our spare tire is way higher than somebody that is just on the asphalt, hanging out, doing mall crawler asphalt type things, right? Like we're in sticks, stones, alligators, like all kinds of things can attack our tires at any point in time. So that is also something to put into consideration, is that 5-tire rotation. The third one I'm going to bring up is diff fluid. So that's our differential. That is our gears. That's our all of our stuff that's underneath. And there's the underneath, and you look at your vehicle and you have your tires, they're attached, and right in the middle is our diff. This is where our gears are. There's oil in there. When you go through a water crossing, there is potential for water to get into your diff. You may not think, oh, well, I don't put it in four-wheel drive very often, or I don't put my lockers on very often. Like my diff fluid's not getting used hardly at all. It shouldn't have to be changed or even checked. Well, actually, if you go through a water crossing, that's when you definitely want to check it. Because as we just talked about, water contaminates something. And that is generally the first stop where it goes in. So that is something that we can talk about and how you check that at a later time, or you can check out all of our pro tips online. The fourth one is bolt check. So going through your vehicle, making sure that your bolts aren't falling out. And I say this with the kindest of terms because that's usually what happens to Frankie. Like I'm out there and I hear something and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I get underneath and like the nut has backed off. And it's common. It happens. You're rattling, right? Every trail loosens something in some way. So you need to be able to have that bolt check. There are different ways of doing it. One, you can do the long way and touch every single bolt with a torque wrench and just go around and make sure that you go in a pattern and don't miss any. There's also another way to do it, which I love, and that's called paint marking. We do it for a race. And so you get that bolt torqued, you paint strip it. So you put just like a little piece of paint. It's a marker that you can get at the auto parts store. And now you can visually inspect that opportunity to see if any of your bolts, any of your important bolts have backed out. It's a great tool for you to have. And the fifth thing on maintenance, before we move on to all kinds of exciting things, is washing your vehicle. Now you're like, of course, Charlene, I wash my vehicle. It looks pretty all the time. Well, I am not talking about the paint. I am sure that you have the paint looking just fine all the time. It's looking very good. But I am talking about underneath. I am talking about the engine compartment. So, part of washing your vehicle is getting up underneath, power washing, so that we can see any kind of issues that are happening. Inside the engine compartment, you don't want to power wash it. You want to give a nice light mist if you are using a pressure washer, or your hose is just fine, making sure that you don't get any water into that air filter and duct, right? And so we're just going to wash our engine. We're going to keep our undercarriage nice and clean. And now when we go to visually inspect before and after every trail ride, we have a great base of, I know it's clean. So if I have some fluid leaking, if I have something backing off, if something got scratched really bad, I'm going to be able to see it. And that alone, ladies, that gives you confidence. That gives you the confidence to say, it wasn't like that last time. I need to get some help. I need to get some support. I need to find out what's going on. So those are the 5 things to keep you going on this trail ready first episode of maintenance: air filter change, tire rotations, diff fluid check, bolt check, and wash your vehicle. And yeah, that was a quick rundown of ways to deal with it. We can talk about more details in a little bit as we jump off to our Google Meets. So we're going to go through now all of some really exciting past things that we just went through. And then we're going to go into all the upcoming stuff. And then we're going to jump off to Google Meets, where you can join us in a conversation style. Like, this is a one-way conversation. I'm seeing all of your notes and I'm seeing what you guys are writing. It's kind of hard for me sometimes when you guys are writing super fast. They fly by, but I am seeing them, so I will try and answer them as much as I can. But Google Meets right afterwards, I will be posting the link here in a little bit, and I will be able to get that to you and grab that so that you can be successful in joining us in a more conversation style right after this. The Google Meets is not recorded. So it is just us chit-chatting. You can bring any single question that you want. This is for every first Tuesday of the month for our Trail Ready Tuesdays. Any question that you want to bring. And I would also say, even if you don't have a question, this is when you need to show up, because you don't know what you don't know, in my opinion. So you don't know what you don't know, meaning what question is somebody else asking? And I should be asking the same thing. So that's what the Google Meets is all about right after this. This live is also recorded. So the Trail Ready Tuesdays that you guys see on Facebook and YouTube will be available immediately after. So if you do not make it to our live where you get to chat with us and talk, then you do have the opportunity to watch it at your convenience and grab the replay afterwards. So let's roll on to our next section. So our next section. Hello, everybody. Make sure that you're saying your hellos. Hello, hello, hello in the comments too, so I can see hello. I want to be and shout out and everybody throw a big heart to all of our new members. We just got finished up with our week of giving, $27,180 worth of gifts that have been shipped out. They've been given their codes. They're on their move from the particular companies that were kind enough to be part of that. Wow, it was huge. And we're already working on the 2026 week of giving, meaning if you come to the Google Meets tonight, you get one entry, meaning in a minute we'll talk about She Conquers Dirt. If you watch that, you get one entry. So we're already helping you guys get into next year's, or I guess it's this year's now, right? This year's 2026 week of giving. So during the week of giving, we reopened lifetime memberships. We reopened memberships to Ladies Off-Road Network, and we have some huge hearts that you guys need to throw out for our new members that are part of our lifetime group. And we have a monthly lady that jumped in. So you can do lifetime is, I wrote it down. Lifetime is $397. The yearly membership is $150. Or you can grab in for the monthly at $13. Your lifetime membership, remember, it's an ebb and flow situation. So we're here for a lifetime. You're stuck with me. I'm stuck with you. We're going to go have a great time. We don't have to talk about money again. We're just cruising and having a good space. Our yearly membership and our monthly membership, my opinion, and this has been the opinion of the leadership group that works with me, is you get in what you put out of it. So you get out what you put in it. That's how that was supposed to be said. So if you put a lot in, you show up, you're asking the questions, you're being a part of the circle, you're going to get a lot out of it. If you never show up, you never participate, you just paid for a monthly or a yearly membership to be a part of something, that's cool, but you got to be engaged. Like, you got to be a part of it. So be a member, be part of our circle, have a ton of fun. Don't have to be a member. Most everything we do, everybody is welcome. There are certain times that you'll hear about here in a minute where it is a member only opportunity, right? So we have these different levels, but definitely participate regardless. So we talked about the week of giving, $27,180, way huge. Thanks to BFGoodrich tires for the amazing opportunity to give away 4 sets of tires this year. Like, whoo, huge, right? Big hearts to BFG. You guys also got an email that I will be responding to tomorrow. If you bought BFGs in 2025, you do have a rebate opportunity available. So you can email me if you would like, and we can make sure that I get you that rebate. So you should have gotten the email, but just in case you did not, here is my email. So you can send it to me. Okay? Send me an email tonight. If you're live, if you're on replay, you missed it. You may have missed it. You may be able to still send it to me. Okay. And that's for the BFG rebate. 2026 resolutions. So in 2025, if you send in your resolutions, they sat here in Wilson. This is Wilson. This is the mailbox. We sat in Wilson all year, and Wilson just like chills right there. And so then once it is time for for the end of the year, then I go ahead and grab out the 2025 resolutions, and they are in the mail and on the way. So we are now open. The mailbox is now open for the 2026 resolutions. I sent out an email about it. We have a page on the website about it. Go to ladiesoffernetwork.com. Essentially, this is you doing you. Like, I'm not even telling you what to do. Write it down. Write your goals, write your resolutions, whatever words you want to use. Say, this is what I want to do in 2026. It's literally you writing it down and sending it to me. I'm somewhat worth of an accountability partner. I'm really not a good one because I'm not going to call you every day and say, so how did you do? Did you get anything done today? No, this is like a year-long list. This isn't a tomorrow list. So what are your 2026 resolutions? What are you trying to accomplish? Write them down. Take a picture of them, make a copy of it, save something for yourself, and then send it off to me. Old Wilson here will hang on to your resolutions for the year. And at the end of the year, I package them up, I look at them and say, heck yeah, girl, look at yourself go. And by the way, don't forget to give yourself some grace because I guarantee you that there was a railroad track that like went like this at some point during the year because that's just how it goes, right? It's a rad program. So we've been doing it for 9 years. This will be the 9th year. We didn't do it the very first year. So do take advantage of it. It's up to you. You will get the group that does send in resolutions here when I kind of organize everything together. You'll get a link into a Mighty app group that is just for a resolution group so that you guys can support each other. You have the opportunity if you even want to join that. Like, that's how hands off this is. It's completely up to you. So 2026 resolutions, you can go to ladiesoffernetwork.com and it is right there on the homepage. We have graphics that say 2026 resolution. P.O. Box 7506, Mesa, Arizona, 85216. Boom. That's that. Okay, next up. Next email you probably got was yesterday. I need some hearts on this one, friends. I need some hearts on this one. Yesterday, we released our very first ever She Conquers Dirt interview series. I hate the word podcast, but I guess that's what it is, right? So yesterday was the very first one. Amber Turner Slauson is who we interviewed with Avis. It was incredible. It's such a great story. It's about King of the Hammers. It's about her like taking her Suzuki Samurai. Well, if we're really telling the story, like her going out with her family from the beginning, wanting to be a part of it, going out and being part of a pit crew for a group, and she's like, well, so I want to race my Suzuki Samurai, and they're like, you're crazy. And so then the unfortunate scenario of Jesse Combs passing away gives her that bump in order to say, yes, I'm going to do this. Like, I want to do this. And so then she races her Suzuki Samurai, that next King of the Hammers. And now she has raced it, I think it's 4 years now. 5 years. I think this will be the 5th year or the 6th year. And she's up in a bomber car racing with the big guys and finishing last year in the 4,800 class. Like, awesome things that Amber is doing. But it's not just about that. Like, it's all behind the scenes and the grit and the dirt and all kinds of cool stuff that goes into being a part of this group. So that is what She Conquers Dirt is. Every single Monday, it'll be a new ladies story. We have a bunch lined up here right in the beginning, all about King of the Hammers, ladies, because we're about ready to go to King of the Hammers, which we'll get to in a minute. So you have the opportunity to watch on YouTube. If you are on YouTube right now, awesome. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're not on YouTube, our YouTube channel is Bauer Media. It has a red, white, and blue logo to it, our logo. And a lot of times it will want you to spell it differently, B-A-U-E-R, but it's not. It's B-O-W-E-R, Bauer Media. Make sure you subscribe so that you can get all of those pings as soon as one of these She Conquers Dirts posts up. Plus, we'll have a lot of more content coming up this year as well, which is pretty exciting. If you want to learn more about Amber and our King of the Hammer ladies that are going to be listed here in the next 3 weeks before we hit King of the Hammers and our next Trail Ready Tuesday, you can go to ladiesoffernetwork.com BFGoodrich.com, you will see where there's a She Conquers Dirt area now. You can hit the first one, and that will give you the link to all of them, or you can start seeing the graphics for each of the ladies there, so you can check that out. All right, so that's She Conquers Dirt. Whew, super proud of that project. It's an undertaking, and we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be rad. You're gonna see some really cool things coming up. I'll let you in as we go along, but make sure you jump onto that YouTube. All right, next up on my list is Ladies Off Our Network store is open. You can't see it right now because of the graphic, but I wore the new shirt that I have that we started with the brand new 1 year only logo. There, that works. Hello, everybody. Yes, this is the 1 year only logo. This is our 10-year anniversary logo with the gold on it. So very limited. This shirt is cute. It's a scoop neck. They come in multiple different colors. There's different sizes, different colors. This is the plum, I think is what it's called. It's very pretty. And you can grab those now. I am shipping for the next 2 weeks. I explained this a little bit last time about how it is challenging for me to ship while we're traveling. So this is a definite zone right here where we can be successful at shipping you right on time. So jump in there, see if there's anything that you like. And I was playing around with some new designs a couple days ago. Couldn't sleep, that's how that goes, right? And so we have some new cool things coming out as well. But grab what you can while you can, because a lot of it's going to be limited. Like, I'm only going to do it for so long. So again, weird link there, offroadexposed.shop is where our Ladies Off Our Network store is. It also has all of our guy clothes, a lot of events that are on there, kids stuff, all kinds of other things as well. So it's not just Ladies Off Our Network. It's a lot of different brands. Okay, now we're going to move on. Moving on to futuristic stuff, all that stuff you've kind of heard about before, but it's all happening now. What's happening now is first on the list, King of the Hammers. Woohoo! I just saw Cindy say that she's a King of the Hammers addict. I know, me too. In fact, I wanted to tell you guys a quick history about it. Fast fact is this year is King of the Hammers 20th anniversary. Super proud of them. Super awesome. 20th running of King of the Hammers. And in 2009, on the third, it would be the third running, because they'd already had the beer run and then they'd already had the 2008 run. So in 2009, I was on the lake bed and put together the very first ever vendor show, helped with putting together the opportunity for there to actually be awards on a flatbed trailer. That's what we used, was a flatbed trailer. And it was also like the first time there was UTVs out there as part of the scene, not racing even, but just like, hey, these things even exist, because I had just come out of the UTV magazine world. So lots of history there for me. And I'm very excited to have never missed a year. So I will be out there again this year and being a part of it in a big way as usual. So I have the big dates there, January 24th to February 7th. Oops, should have put February in there. Sorry, that is correct. 24th to February 7th. The very first weekend is King of the Motos. Okay, so this is the King of the Motos. This is where they're racing motorcycles that are insane, on insane trails. And here in the next 3 weeks, you're going to hear from Angel, who is a King of the Motos competitor. And she talks about it in such a way that is insanely fun. So I'm just like dropping that right there to say you need to make sure that you watch out for Angel when we talk to her about King of the Motos on She Conquers Dirt. But there's a lot of other ladies that are going to be racing. We got Bailey Campbell out there. We got Amber Turner-Slauson that we were just talking about. We also have Miley and Peyton. Miley and Peyton you will also hear from on She Conquers Dirt. Two of our younger racers that you are definitely going to want to cheer on and watch them grow up in this arena because they're just at the start of their career. So it's going to be really fun for you to watch them this year, cheer them on through the different races, and then go from there. We also have a Yukon rookie program. And so that is Wendy and Danny. We're going to hear from them after they race King of the Hammers. But here in the beginning, I'm going to introduce you to them, and we'll make sure that, again, they have a great cheering crowd. So what I'm trying to do here in the beginning of January is introduce you to some of these ladies that are out there racing so that you can be engaged in King of the Hammers from a distance or on the lake bed and have somebody to watch, somebody to cheer for, and a reason to really get into it. Okay? That's my plan. Now, if you're coming to the lake bed, if you're coming to California, you want to come and hang out, heck yeah, I need to know about it. So I need to know about it in the way, first of all, that you just email me. So that's the easiest way. Email me, tell me what your schedule is, tell me what your plans are for coming out to King of the Hammers. We do have a area where you can camp with us. So if you're just coming out or you're like, I don't know, do I really want to do that? I will tell you right now, it is the awfulest, dirtiest, yuckiest, coldest, most miserable, absolutely exciting, raddest, coolest week you will ever have. And anybody that's been there knows exactly what I am talking about. Right? Right. So that's all a part of it. But if you are coming, let me know. Let's figure it out. We do have a camping area like I was talking about. We have some VIP opportunities that are going to be readily available for a lot of people to be a part of. We have welding activities, tire activities, winching activities. I have some VIP behind the scenes spaces where I can take you. We have a dinner and a meet and greet with Yukon. We have a huge party that we're going to go to. We have concerts. We have all kinds of things on the list. Like, it's not filled in yet, ladies, but it's 2 pages long at this point. And I'm not even done filling it in. Like, that was just today, me getting everything, all the deals that I've been making with different people and putting it all together. And yeah, it's a lot. And it's so much fun. So much fun. So definitely make sure that you connect with me so I can take you behind the scenes, because that is the greatest part of it all. The behind the scenes stuff definitely happens towards the main race. So Wednesday, February 4th, 5th, 6th, those 3 days is when we have a lot of opportunity and ability to jump around and see different people. Saturday the 7th is the main race. So we're definitely engaged in watching the race. Now, if you're coming and camping with me, you want to hang out with me, heck yeah, just let me know. Let's deal with that. Let's hang out with that. Let's do that. There are a lot of options for you to be successful, and I'm happy to do that. We have had people fly in before. You rent a car that you can sleep in. No tents allowed on King of the Hammers. That is my rule. I'm not going to look out my window at your tent like folded over, because I don't feel sorry for you. And then you're going to move into my motorhome and it's not going to work out well. So you can rent a big car. I can bring you sleeping bags and things. Like, we can make this work, but we gotta make it work to where you are comfortable. Okay, so that's King of the Hammers. That is coming up quick. It is coming up at the end of this month. I will not be out there starting on the 24th. I will be out there the week after King of the Motos. So we'll be out there for quite a while though. And email me your schedule, and I will be more than happy to help support you in your success. All right, next up on the calendar list and things that I want you to be a part of is understanding. I told you that the pricing for all of these events and stuff was going to go up on January 1st. I slightly lied. I didn't know that I was going to change it, so I can't call it lying, but it's going up tonight. I'm giving you guys one last dig after you hear all the information again, because here's the big deep dive into all of this, and then it is going to pop up by about $50 or more tonight. Not to full price yet. I'm going to give you a couple more months to jump on each of these, because I understand that holiday time is hard with money, and understanding schedules is also challenging. But I do want you to take advantage of the deep, deep, deep tonight. And then tomorrow I am changing it up, rotating it up to that next level. Okay, so as we talk about that, Trail Ready Camp Arizona is coming up in April. Ladies only April 8th to the 10th. We're getting really close to selling that one out. So much so, nobody has signed up for the co-ed class, which has me so intrigued. I have all these people that keep saying, I would really appreciate it if you do a guy class. And then I do guy classes and nobody signs up. Like, what the heck, people? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So, if we end up selling out that April 8th to 10th, then guys, you're out, and we're going to roll into another ladies only April 13th to 15th. Either way, pick your poison, figure out which date works out best for you, and commit. If you missed the very beginning of this, make sure that you do come back to our recorded session because I talked about what trail ready means. And it's really about getting yourself in that position to be able to make the decisions that make the most opportunity. These trail ready camps, this is your hands-on version. Like, this is when you get me, where we are out and we are talking about things in person, hands-on, with or without your vehicle. You can fly in, it's no big deal. We don't need a vehicle and to be successful. So this is our trail ready camps are basically our spring skills camps with a different name. It's exactly the same. So you're going to come in. The first group is going to come in on a Tuesday evening, have dinner with us if you want, or get there in time for you to set up your camp. We are camping with showers and a flushing toilet. You know how we roll. And so you can put your any size RV, anything will fit in the space that we go. You can bring your diesel pusher all the way down to your tent, or you can sleep in your vehicle, whatever works for you. Wednesday, we are hands on, but we are in camp. We're in the shop style atmosphere where we are talking about everything, laying all the groundwork. We're making sure that you guys have your hands on things. It is intense. It's a lot. This whole thing is a lot because I want you to walk away from this like, I spent the money and the time and my effort and I learned a ton. That's what I want. So I provide that level of go, go, go for all of us. And then Thursday and Friday, we're out on the trails. We are pushing, not pushing like you over the top, but I'm pushing your limit because at the same time, I'm saying, look, okay, you can go out on any trail that you feel comfortable on right now. And I get it. And I love that. And I'm super excited for you on that. But here we are right now. This is where I can teach you that your vehicle is capable of this. This is where I can teach you that you're actually capable of this, right? This is where I can show you, okay, this is how the suspension works. This is how your hands should be on the steering wheel. This is how we spot. This is how we pull winch line. This is what we need to think about as we're doing all these different things. And so it is a really cool opportunity for you to get one-on-one with me. It's not really one-on-one because there's a group of us, but with me where we can really work together with every single person's level and what it could be about. Whereabout is in Arizona. It's in the Phoenix area. It's in the Phoenix area, so it's not very far away from Phoenix at all. The price is all inclusive. I always like to say this too. A lot of people that are new to our circle don't realize how awesome it is. So the price is all inclusive. This should really be like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as much as it is priced at. But I'm not into that. Like, I'm not trying to make money off you guys. I'm trying to cover my costs and make sure that you have the best experience ever. And thank you, Tara. I appreciate you, and it's the best food ever. So I take everybody's Excel sheet data input that you said, this is what I'm allergic to, and this is what I like to eat, and this is what I don't like to eat, and this is what I drink and don't drink. And I put together the perfect menu for the group that is coming out, and we eat. Yeah, we definitely eat because we need the food in order to manage our brains, fill those brains so that we can learn more and do more and be more. And yeah, it's pretty fun. So then Friday night, we shut it down. Friday night, you can peel out if you want on the late side because we'll be out and then we'll come back and we'll eat and we'll shut everything down. And I don't want you to feel like rushed off in the middle of all of that. So it's definitely on the late side. You absolutely should stay Friday night, in my opinion, and leave Saturday morning. Now, Saturday and Sunday is our wilderness first aid. So I'm going to flip over to that really fast and talk about wilderness first aid. And that is really, really important to me that as many of you that haven't done it or need to recertify yourself, come and grab that certification again. So Dan actually teaches that class. I do not teach it, I host it. So you still get the amazing food and you still get all of the awesomeness, but I'm going to be certifying right next to you. It's important for me to stay certified as well. Dan teaches it. He is excellent. He is hysterical, ton of fun, also an off-roader. Now, you're like, why should I take this wilderness first aid versus one that I can take locally? Great question. It's because we focus on off-road related injuries. When you go to a wilderness first aid class that might be at your local YMCA or store or something, they're mostly going to be talking about hiking, biking, incidents, because the reality is like that's who goes out into the wilderness. We're talking about vehicle related incidents. So what if a vehicle rolls over, we have this huge weight on our arm, right? We roll over our foot, all the things that we don't want to happen, but we have to talk about it and we got to think about it and we got to deal with it, right? So that is what we use during the wilderness first aid as the examples. So the scenarios, it's very hands-on, not like blood hands-on, but it's very hands-on as to, okay, if this was to happen, how do we manage it? What are the process in order to manage that? It's a thought process. It really pushes you outside of your thinking. I was very surprised the first time I took the wilderness first aid class. I'm like, wow, that was really intense because I'm not going to say I learned all these medical terms. You're not going to learn all the medical terms, but what you're going to, excuse me, but what you're going to learn is here's how I need to manage the situation. Here's my ABC 1, 2, 3 of how to do it correctly. So again, the pricing is all inclusive. It's hosted by me. There is camping available, so you can come in and start camping with us on Friday night, Saturday night, and you can leave Sunday night, or you can roll out Monday morning, whichever is up to you. Now, you notice how we did this. So I have the ladies coming in. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wilderness first aid is Saturday and Sunday. So you can bulk that together, ladies. Or our co-ed is you have wilderness first aid Saturday, Sunday, and then you can stay for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So however that works out, again, into your schedule, commit, be a part of it. Tonight is the last night of the deep, deep dive December pricing, and it goes up tonight, and then it will go up in a couple of months to the full price. So take advantage of that. If it's on your list of things to do it. Trail ready. Like, this is a big one. This is a rad camp. We will have, I wrote this down too. We will have one in the fall if you cannot make these dates. The dates are already on the calendar. September 16th to the 18th is the ladies. The co-ed is 21st to 23rd. And wilderness first aid is 19 and 20. That's in the fall. And it's a to be determined location at this moment. But you can put it on your calendar, lock it out. If you go to ladiesoffroadnetwork.com/calendar, I already have all of these listed in the calendar, so you can grab it and links to go get more information. All right, so that is a Trail Ready Camp and Wilderness First Aid. Next on my list, oh my gosh, this is going to be so exciting. The anniversary party. We're going to start with the party. I teased you with the adventure. They're both going to be really exciting. But with the number of people that have already signed up for this party, if you are not coming, if you have not signed up already, you are losing out. Take advantage of tonight's pricing if you have not signed up already. Okay? It is like awesome. This is going to be like the coolest thing. So here's the deal with the 10-year party. Let me start off with the details. June 12th to the 14th. This is a ladies only event. Right now it is $159. Tonight it goes up to $199. The final price will be $299 that will hit in a couple months. It is in Hollister, California. We will be camping. It is all styles of camping. You can bring anything from a diesel pusher, a big trailer, a little trailer, your tent, camp in your car, whatever, completely up to you. There is also a hotel 15 minutes away. Now, it's really 3 to 5 miles away, but it's going to take about 15 minutes because you're up a way windy road. So consider that thought process on your evenings. And I want you to stay for the evenings because that's part of this excitement is all of us being together at night. So there is a hotel available about 15 minutes away. I absolutely say you should fly in. I know we have a lot of East Coast friends. I know we have a lot of friends outside of California. You are flying into San Jose, SJC. I am getting ding, 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 dinged a lot in the last couple of days of Southwest putting on a lot of sales. They got 30% off until the 8th. So that's in 2 more days. Take advantage of it, right? Early bird plus 30% off. Roll it. So it's SJC. Date-wise, the way that the layout works is Friday, June 12th, I will be doing a 5-hour workshop. If you've been to one of our 5-hour classes, awesome. If you haven't, take advantage of this. This is one of the few times this year that I'll be able to roll that out. So we will have a workshop that we will have in the morning. That is listed from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll be in a locked environment for that. Only the people that are coming into that workshop will be allowed in our event space during that time. Okay. As soon as that is done, so about 2:30, 3 o'clock, we will open the gates and everybody will flood in. Right? Isn't that how that's going to go? Yes. And so you're all going to flood in. It's just going to make my heart so big, so big, so big. And once you fly in, once you come in, we'll get you registered. We'll get you signed in. You can go shopping. We'll have the store open. A lot of all this new stuff that we have will be available. So if you are like anti-buy online, you want to see it in person first, I get you. So we'll have that there in June, at least what's left of it. And then I have my whole list right here. So then on Saturday, we will be hanging out, and at 5 o'clock, we'll have our first little get together. And then 7 o'clock, we'll have dinner in the campfire. There will be activities that night and all kinds of other interesting things that will happen. Saturday, we're going to have breakfast around 8 o'clock. We're in the morning time, that 9 to 12. This is not a educational, let's go wheeling, I'm going to take you out, teach you how to spot, any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So it is a scavenger hunt where you can go and find some things. If you did bring an off-road vehicle, I'll give you something like, here, this is off-road vehicle related. If you are not in an off-road vehicle, here's some stuff that you can do in a non-off-road vehicle. Probably not your Kia. That's probably not going to work out well. But something with a little bit of ground clearance, that you could go have a little bit of fun with, a 2-wheel drive vehicle. And then there'll also be something like if you are walking or if you want to be a part of something else, if you want to do a hike. So we will have those layers. I will be hanging out at the obstacle course, and the obstacle course is just up the way from where we're camping. So that will be where everybody can kind of come in and be around and come into that obstacle course and have some fun, and we can giggle and we can laugh and we can try different things. And, that's going to be that moment where you try something that maybe we shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Let's give it a shot. Why not? We'll make it back to camp in time for lunch because, of course, you guys now understand how we rotate around eating. And then we have afternoon activities. So we will be in the camping area in the afternoon. I have all kinds of activities lined up. We have this is our 10-year party. We are celebrating 10 years of radness, of rad, crazy ideas that we have put together throughout the different years. And so we're bringing back some of the hot items that everybody always talks about. One of them is we're going racing, my friends. We are going racing. So at 5 o'clock is the big race. And we haven't had a big race in a long time, especially with a big group. So be prepared. In the afternoon, you will be building your race cars, and by 5 o'clock, you will be at the start line. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of fun. There's going to be some other things that we'll be doing in the afternoon as well. But really, I want you guys to, again, get to see each other, bond with each other, understand each other like you've known each other online for years. Or if you're brand new, this is the time to show up, because now you're going to just start right with us in this new chapter as we carry on with the Trail Ready scene and start having another 10 years of fun. All right. So that is going to be great. 6 o'clock ish. We're going to have some hellos and awards, our group picture, and then we'll have dinner right after that with music and campfire. So another great evening of being a part of Ladies Laugh Road Network and the entertainment value that definitely comes with it. Like, if your cheeks don't hurt by the time you leave, I don't know, girl. I don't know. Sunday is going to be an 8 a.m. breakfast again. It's available. We'll be out hanging out, chatting, whatever. But essentially, you gotta go by 11 o'clock. So you can hang out as much as you want, but by around 11, you're out of here. And my adventure group then takes over. So hopefully that helps out with the 10-year party, gives you the outline that you need. More specific details are slightly on the website, but like the detail of here's the hotel that you call and here's where you need to register and here's all that kind of stuff, that is what you get on the Mighty app once you register. So if you have specific questions, you need some help really fast, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to chat with you before you commit. But I think that is the base outline of what you need to know to commit, and then all the details like what's pack, etc., where you're going exactly, blah, blah, blah. All of that shows up in the Mighty app that you will join as soon as you join the event. And those Mighty app spaces should be open next week. We'll be getting those bad boys open so you all can start chatting amongst each other with everybody that's coming. So yes, exciting times. So that's the 10-year party. Now, Barbara, you showed up at exactly the right time. Then we go on to the 10-day adventure trip. This is what everybody has been asking for. And it's a lot. So I am so excited to do this. Cindy came up with the rough draft, and I'm like, oh yeah, girl, we can do that. Let's do that. Oh yeah, here's where I can like take it to the Charlene level, which always scares all of us, by the way, myself included. So this is a 10-day co-ed event. However, there's some stars in the middle of this. So don't turn off your ears yet. Hear me out. Listen to what I got to say, and then you can figure out if you can make it or not. Because I've also cut this adventure trip in half. So you can do the whole 10 days, which I strongly encourage you to do because it's very flowy. But if your time doesn't allow, your budget doesn't allow, I get it. And I'd rather you do half of it than none of it. So I had to set it up to where the first section is from June 14th to the 19th. And then the second section is from the 18th to the 24th. So essentially, we're all sharing the 18th together. That 19th is a leave day and the 18th is an arrive day. But that 18th will be at the Redwoods National Park, which is really exciting. So we have a lot of options here. And we'll get in, I'll stick to the details before I start rolling off in my brain. But about 80% of it is going to be asphalt. This is an adventure. It's not necessarily we're going to stay on the dirt the entire time. We're staying in one area. We are definitely making miles and tracking. It's four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Either one will be fine for the 20% that we are off-road. I'm even saying like any all-wheel drive. So our Subaru friends, any kind of small vehicle would be just fine. Even our van friends, this is perfect for our van friends. You actually might not want a heavily overbuilt vehicle. Like Frankie is going to be something on this, right? So find something with comfort that you're really going to enjoy. It's also a camping environment. So we are going to be camping every night in a different location. We're not ever like really staying anywhere. We're going to continue to move. So I'm encouraging you to bring your camping gear, but light, where it's easy to pack up, pack out, set up, go on, set up, go on, so that we can just keep rolling and keep doing our thing. It's not about like this big grand setup of what we have to do. Because you're going to get a road book. And so the road book is going to tell you where you're going and what you're doing that day. It's going to give you a bunch of options in order for you to stop and do cool stuff. You have to do a minimum of 3 stops during the day. Those 3 stops during the day are going to give you like, could be looking at a waterfall. You got to take a picture of this said waterfall, or it could be a museum with a whole bunch of airplanes in it. I'm going to give you like 8 to 10 options of things that you could stop at during that day. You get to pick 3. So it's very self-oriented in its own way. You can roll with me. You can travel with me, which would be amazing. You can travel in a small group. So maybe you have a couple of you that you just want to travel together, which is fine. Or you can travel solo, which is also okay as long as it's not on one of the off-road days. I do appreciate that we all stick together or have small groups when we go into the off-road days, depending on what you got going on. I don't want anybody out there stuck when I don't know or can't help. Okay, so that is part of it. The activities during the day, you will have a scavenger hunt list that will roll in succession with the Nomad Rally. So if you are signed up for the Nomad Rally, you're double dipping is what I'm saying. It's a great thing. So sign up for the Nomad Rally, which is going on at the exact same time as this adventure. I'm going to support you in making sure that, hey, here's what you can do for the Nomad Rally while we're on this adventure. So you're getting the support of that. And I will also be saying, okay, on our end, we're doing the scavenger hunt. Send us these pictures, which by the way, also go over here. So it's kind of very helpful for you to be successful. You don't have to do the Nomad Rally, but it is suggested because then multiple ways to win, right? You can win all kinds of things. Things are things. So the general flow is we'll wake up in the morning and it'll be all bright-eyed and bushy-tail in a tent or whatever your travel arrangements are that are minimal, because we definitely are like in a tent zone. This is not a diesel pusher RV zone. Like a van is maxing me out. And so we're going to go wake up. We're going to have a quick breakfast or continental breakfast type thing, or maybe you have what you like to eat for your breakfast, because everybody's a little picky on breakfast sometimes. And so we roll out, and there's a certain time that you need to leave by. And so then you'll pack your lunch. We'll have it all set up to where you pack your lunch in the morning so that you have everything that you need, and off you go. And again, I just explained you can travel with me, you can travel in a small group, you can travel by yourself. It doesn't matter. You have your road book for the day, which you've gotten the night before. I'll get to that in a second. And so you've gotten it the night before, you'd made decisions, and now you're off on your journey for the day. At the end of the day, you will check in. And so you will have a certain time, a set time and a set location where you need to check in. This is very important because we need to get reset up for camp. We need to get dinner handled. We need to understand how cool your day was. We want to hear about all your adventures and what you saw and your pictures. And holy cow, I had no idea that was right there. And sit down and engage and have a great evening attached to our potentially very long day, because we got cool stuff on our list to do, right? As you check in, you'll hand in your road book from that day and say, I did this, 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 and this. And you will get a road book for the following day, which will give you the map and say, okay, here's where you need to be from tomorrow to the next day. Here's where we're going to meet. And in the middle, here's all of these opportunities, which also gives you a great conversation that evening with the rest of the people that are there saying, okay, anybody want to go this one, this one, this one, this one? I don't want you to release something that you want to do because the group wants to do something else. That's why you can go on your own if you want. You can go with the group to one and then you can split off. Like, you do you, but I'll see you at this next point. Okay. There may be a couple where I'm going to say, you need to meet us here at 1 o'clock because I have something special planned for our entire group. So there are a couple days where I have entire group activities that are star really red and you definitely want to be there. So that will be part of the road book and part of the excitement that is coming up. If you've ever done anything with me, like, you know that it is on point, on task. We are going to see like the raddest things and we're going to have a ton of fun. So that kind of goes through it. Every 3 to 4 nights, because we're out there for 10 days and I'm not going to sleep in a tent for 10 nights. I'm just telling you that right now. Yes, you all know me. I'm good. We have thresholds, people. We all have thresholds. So I'm saying every 3rd to 4th night, we're going to have a night off, what we're calling a recovery night. So part of those recovery nights are we're going to roll into a hotel and you will also be in charge of your own dinner. So we'll have a check-in time where you need to be at the hotel by this time. You check in, you give us your road book, you get your road book for the next day and the time that we're leaving. And the rest of the evening is on you. Like, you need your recovery time. We all need our sleep. We all need a timeout. We all need a different type of food. You can go drive through McDonald's or you can go get, like, I don't know, a massive steak, whatever is on your list, right? And then come back, take a shower, get a good night's sleep in a hotel, and then we carry on for the next 3 or 4 days. I feel like that is a really great way for everybody to regroup and maintain consistency and personality so that we can have the best time possible for this length of time. At the end, this technically ends on Wednesday the 24th, which we will be in Oregon. When that ends on the 24th, you are more than happy to peel out. You can be gone. We are done. We'll have a great dinner that night. And at that night, it's a hotel night. You are on your own. However, I will mention that we are just down the street from the Pacific Northwest Overland Expo. So I will be going there. I already know of a group of us that will be going there after this adventure, and maybe you want to also. So I want to make sure that you put that out there. We will be giving you information on how to sign up for the Pacific Northwest Overland Expo, where you can camp with the entire group so that we're all in the same zone together. It's a great time. It's a great expo. I will add in, if you want to go on from there to the next adventure, there's one we're leaving straight from there on Monday into another one that is not by any means organized. It's on just like if you want to continue to go down the road with me, let me know. We got options. Life's all about options. So I hope that is a good outline for you of the 10-year adventure. Again, tonight the price pops up. So where tonight for the entire 10 days, it's all inclusive-ish. So all inclusive, you're hearing me say breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Except for the recovery nights. You're on your own for dinner. You are on your own for fuel because every vehicle is different. There are certain items on the list, like I was mentioning the museum, it'll have an entry fee. You're on your own for any kind of entry fee, but there's plenty of things that are on the list of the scavenger hunt or the 3 items to stop at that are free, so you shouldn't have any issue as far as dollars go there. You're on your own for if you decide that you want to buy awesome gifts or something along the way, right? I do feel like you should do the Nomad Rally and get registered for that. We'll also be doing some national parks, and enough to where I say if you don't already have your national park card, that you get one ahead of time. It's just an intelligent thing, and a lot of people have it. And on those 2 nights, 3 nights, 2 nights, 3 nights, 2 nights, I think 3 nights of hotels. I'm very much a hotel shopper, but I'll tell you where we're going, and it'll be the cheapest hotel. But again, you guys like to use your points, or you like to buddy up with other people, and so I'm going to let you guys deal with that. Okay, that is just the easiest way for me to do it, which reflects in the price. So the 10-day adventure is $6,000. The half split is the $3,500. So tonight it pops up from $19.99 a person is for the entire 10 days. I know. That's like I'm breathing. Carol's super angry at me. That's why it's going to pop up tonight. And if you're doing the half, right now it's at 1,500. Again, crazy. So make sure that you guys take advantage of that opportunity tonight and let me know where you're at on that plan. I'm really excited about the people that are already signed up. It's going to be a awesome, awesome group. So if this is up your sleeve, you already know this is not expensive, and that we're going to have a ton of fun. Okay, there's the 10-year adventure. It's been a lot tonight. A lot. So if you joined us late at any point in time, I just want to run down the list. I'm not going to recap it, but make sure that you go back and watch the replay as you can. Very first off, we started with, what does trail ready mean? It's a great definition. It's all about not necessarily knowing exactly how to do things, but making sure that your vehicle is maintenance, making sure that you have the mindset in order to be successful and get out there and take advantage of that. Right? So there's my email address. If you have any questions about tonight, make sure that you do hit that email. Here in a second, I'm going to drop the Google Meets link so that we can walk over to Google Meets. You can ask me any question that you have about tonight's information, or about your vehicle or something that's going on with it, or about any kind of off-roading type of thing. Like, I'm happy to talk to you about literally anything. It gets very interesting. And I also say, if you don't have a question, come anyways, because you don't know what you don't know. Somebody might have a question and you're like, oh, that's really smart. I never would have thought to ask about that. So at the beginning, we talked about, what does trail ready mean? We went through 5 maintenance tips. That was our lesson for tonight. We welcomed all of our new members. Welcome to all of our new members. If you're not a member of Ladies Off-Road Network, check it out. Week of giving was insane. In 2025, $27,180. Everything's been shipped, or the awesomeness is on its way. The BFG rebate will be shipped out tomorrow for 2025. So exciting times ahead for all my BFG friends. 2026 resolutions. Wilson is waiting for your resolutions. This is the mailbox. So 2025 resolutions have been shipped, and 2026 are waiting for you to ship them to me. She Conquers Dirt. Boom. We released the first one yesterday. Make sure you guys listen to Amber. And the next 3 weeks are going to be all about King of the Hammer ladies. And then we have an additional set of ladies that are coming right up after that are just out of the park. Awesome. So we're really never going to dip in not awesome women that we have to talk to. The store is open. The 10-year logo is available. And then we talked about King of the Hammers, Trail Ready Camp in Arizona, Wilderness First Aid, the 10-year party, and the 10-year adventure. I know. What's the hashtag? Never bored. Right? Hashtag never bored. I know. So next up is, we are going to go over to Google Meets, and I will give this link out real fast. I need to get over here to the comments and say hello to everybody. So you should have the email with the Google links, Google Meets, sorry, with the Google Meets link. Go ahead and hit that email where you can join us over there, or you can join us through this link right now. It's up to you on how you decide that you want to grab it. But I will give you a couple more seconds in order to grab that link, and then we can jump on in there, say hello to each other, chit chat, have some fun, answer your questions, and let me know how I can support you. In the meantime, the next will be in February. Wrote it down. February 3rd. Is that the right date? February 3rd. I'll be at King of the Hammers. It is. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, February 3rd. And so I will be out at King of the Hammers. We will be live from the Beeve at King of the Hammers. And we'll tell you all about how fun it is out there. All right, everybody. I hope that you guys had a great Tuesday with us. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Make sure that you email me if you have any questions or any concerns, and jump on the store tonight, offroadexposed.shop. That's where all of the opportunities are for you to get on and grab that last day pricing, and then it goes back up tonight. So if anybody's watching this in a replay, it's already up. Sorry, but I can't wait to see you. It's still not full price yet. Can't wait to see you. All right, everybody. Hearts, hugs, and let's pop over to Google Meets. See you next week. Oh, next month.